Welcome to the new series of business environment. In this video, we are going to learn meaning and features of business environment. By the way, this is OBC online business class. If you're still not subscribed, please consider it. It means a lot for us. Business environment means the sum of total of all individuals, institutions and other forces that are outside the control of business enterprises, but they may affect in performance. There are various forces like economic, social, political, technological and other forces which operate outside business enterprises, but they are a part of business environment. Or in the other word, business environment means all of the internal and external factors that affect how the company functions, including employees, customers, management, supply, demand, and business regulations. For example, change in government economic policies, rapid technological development or political uncertainty, change in fashion and taste of consumers, and increase in competition in the market. They all influence the working of a business enterprises. And also increase in tax by the government can make things expenses to buy. Or political uncertainty may create fear in the mind of investors. Like change in fashion and taste of consumer may shift the demand into the market from existing product to new one. Moving on to features of business environment. First one, totality of external forces. It's a sum of a total of all things external to the business firm because this aggregate or combined several separate elements in the nature. That's why it is totality of external forces. Moving on to second point, specific and general forces. Business enterprises always include two forces, that is specific force and general forces. Specific force such as investor, consumers, competitors and suppliers affect individual enterprises directly and immediately in their day-to-day working. It only affects particular organization. But general forces are like social, political, legal and technological conditions have impact on all business enterprises and thus may affect an individual firm only indirectly. Moving on, third point, interrelatedness. Usually, all parts of a business environment are closely interrelated. For example, due to increased awareness for healthcare have been increased the demand for many health products and services like soft drinks, fat-free cooking oil. Nowadays, new health products and services are changing up people's lifestyles. Moving on to fourth point, dynamic nature. Always business environment is dynamic because it's always keep on changing, whether in the term of technological improvements or shift in demand preference or entry of new competition in the market or any other. That's why it's dynamic in nature. Moving on to fifth point, uncertainty. Uncertainty means irregular. Business environment is largely uncertainty, as it is very difficult to predict the future happenings, especially when environment changes are taking place too frequently. Like in the case of information technology or fashion industry, you can't predict what's tomorrow. Moving on to sixth point, complexity. Complexity means difficult. Since it always consists of numerous interrelated and dynamic conditions or forces which arise from different sources, it's because it's difficult to understand what exactly in environment. In the other word, environment is a complex phenomenon that is relatively easier to understand in the part but difficult to grasp in its total. For example, it may be difficult to know the amount of impact on social, economical, political, technological or legal forces on change in demand of product in the market. Moving on to seventh point, relativity. Relativity means depends. Every business environment is relatively concept. Since it's differ from country to country and each region to region, political condition in USA for instance differ from those in India and Pakistan. Similarly, demands for saris may be frequently high in India, whereas it may be almost non-existent in France because due to traditions. These are the meaning and features of business environment. If you like this video, hit like, subscribe to our channel and click here to watch the next video which is on importance of business environment. Thank you.